This is the new car. Welcome back to another episode of Pro d.i.y. This week we're doing timing again. I can't remember what I did last time. It's been like a month since I touched it. We got the radiator out, alternator belts off, power steering belt, and rocker cover. A couple other bits and pieces. But this is how we're looking. So we still need to pull off water, pump, pulley, harmonic balancer, all the covers that are behind it. We might have to just unbolt the thermostat, move that out of the way, and a couple other bits and pieces, and we should be able to start pulling timing off, or timing belt, sorry. So yeah, let's get right into it, and hopefully everything comes off. Pray for me. Let's try and do this one hand. I can't fit everything in here. I need a shorter socket. Yeah, that sort of worked. Nearly broke my wrist. Awesome. That came off. You can't see much. It is so disgusting in there. Now that's off. What can we do? Let's just gotta start pulling shit off. Before I do that, what I want to do is you want to put the engine into top dead center, and what that means is cylinder 1 is at its highest it can go, and that's how you kind of do timing. So you want to keep your eye on that, because then you'll find out if your timing's out or not. And so how we do that, I'm going to go get a socket for that. What's it look like? 16 maybe? And oh, that's disgusting, man. That's gross. I'm gonna put that back where it came from. But I think we won't find out top dead center until we take these covers off. Oh, well, as you see, man, it is disgusting in there. That's disgusting. And it seems something's been rubbing on this too, which isn't good at all. So it looks like I'm going to need one of those, and this rubber is completely destroyed. It is so fucked. Alright, so all the covers are off. Try to mind the messiness and this thermostat. But if you look in here, I think this might be, the harmonic balancer might be able to come off, but I'm just going to leave it on for now. You can't see very well, but there's a notch right next to my finger, and there's a notch in the timing gear just down there. And we're going to get those two to meet. It's pretty close, and then that'll tell us if the timing's out. And I'll kind of show you that too. So that big harmonic balancer bolt is a 21. And you might want to take the spark plugs out, because that's going to make compression and make it a little bit harder to spin this engine around. Or not. Either or. I'm just going to try. I don't know how hard this is going to be. If it's really easy, well, my piston rings are fucked and there's no compression. You can hear it. I don't know how much you'll be able to see in there, because it's filthy, but those two notches that you can see are lined up. They might be just a touch off, but that'll be alright. So we've got timing here. So we've got intake cam, intake side, exhaust cam, exhaust side, and if we look, so you've got the timing marks here, you've got these two lines. It's very filthy, I know you can't see much, but this one's left is exhaust, I'm pretty sure, and the I for intake, it's backwards because it should line up. There should be an E here and an I here, which they're both extremely out. The I is fucking focused, you fuck. The I's down there and the E's down there, where they've got to be matching those lines. Well, not even. So we've got the E there, that's completely 180 degrees out, and the I is 180 degrees out as well. Apologies for the recording, I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. So for some reason they are 180 degrees out, which is kind of weird. Well, I might be a dumbass, but there must be 2 notches on that timing gear. So it's back at top dead center, and these 2 are in time. So here you've got, there's a notch there and a notch here, and they need to be lining up either or. And same with here, they should be at 12 o'clock, so they're a little bit out. You got a notch there and a notch there, so intake is up on the intake side, exhaust is up on the exhaust side. The reason there is 2 markings is because these are interchangeable. You can put these on either side and that'll tell you they're identical. And then that's when you've got these 2 markings, so exhaust should be lining up with that line and intake with that line. Let me fix that up, and well, it's probably a tooth out. Yeah, it's probably a tooth, because that's the bottom's at top dead center and these are out a tooth. A good way to find out if you are in time, if you count 19 teeth between the top lines, you should be in. So we've got 1, 2, 19, 20, 21. Well, we're 2 teeth out. There should be 19 between them. But that's alright. I will show you how to do timing later. It's very easy. It's extremely easy. Yeah, what am I going to do now? Take that harmonic balancer off, and then we'll probably start pulling the timing. But before I do that, I'm going to lock these cams into place so they cannot move with when I've got my back turned to it for whatever reason. And if you see, they've got these little hexagon bits, and that's actually to hold the cams in place when you're doing this. And what you would use is 2 shifters or wrenches, I think adjustable wrenches in America you call them, or wherever else you are. And what you would do, you'd cross paths with the wrenches or shifters, and then you'd tie them together so they cannot move. It's impossible for them to move. And you can go ahead and do whatever you need to do while that's there. For example, I've got to change these seals that are behind the cam gears, so these cam gears have got to come off, and while the cams are locked in place, I can just pop them back on. All is good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find 2 shifters, because I don't think I've ever used one in my life. I found 2. Just. When you're doing this to the cams, you want to make sure you do not scratch or burr anything. These need to be 100% clean. Perfect. And that shouldn't move. Now that that is like that, we can pull this harmonic balancer off. Ow. Now that they're on, You don't need to do that if you're not doing cam seals, but you might as well do them while you're here. But you don't need to if you're not doing those. Harmonic balancer came off. There's 4 10mm that are around that. Instead of taking that big bolt off, which that holds the timing gear. So what we can do now, take that spring off and release this one. This is the tensioner. I don't know how fucked out it is, but release the tensioner. I think we release the spring first. I can't even get to it. Yeah, it's not too hard. Release the spring, then release the tensioner. And then, well, the bolt should come off by then. So we'll do that. Get out. Fucking me dead. Alright. Tension doesn't feel too bad. It's not as bad as I thought, but that's alright. Tension is off. We can now get the idler off. If I can get in there. I do not like the sound of that. Might have been Loctited in there. I don't know. And the idler doesn't feel too bad either. It feels the same. Oh well, that's alright. I should be labelling my bolts, but it's all in one box. I'll figure it out later. Now that's off, we can pull this bit of gasket out. This big bolt can come out now. This bolt can also come off. Bolt looks pretty good, man, I'll be honest. Timing's probably been done before, but I don't know why it's 2 teeth out. The way you do that, because this is connected to the crank, it will spin. Put it in 5th with the 5th gear with the handbrake up as tight as you can, so this will not spin. In 5th, handbrake up. Alright, let's try and get this off. And of course I can't get it in there with the fucking sway bar there. Can I go under it? I cannot. Alright, breaker bar. We did break it loose with the breaker bar. Wasn't too bad. Now that we get this out, the next problem is hopefully this timing thing comes off easy, because if it doesn't, it's going to be a pain. And I've kept it in top dead center. It wanted to move a little, but as long as we keep it in top dead center, we should be sweet. Alright, well that came off, and we've got the woodruff key that wants to focus. Please come off. Oh my god, thank fuck for that. Because they can sometimes be an absolute pain to get off. I'm gonna get a bigger fuck pry bar. Yeah, as I was saying, these can be an absolute pain in the arse if they're stuck on. Where this seems to be coming off ever so slightly. Alright, got it off. It did get a little cord at the ends. I don't know why. It's probably was a bit cocked or something, but it's off and it's really rusty. My hands, man. Also, I found this bit of metal in there too. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, that's not what I want to find. It's a bit rusty under there, and I've noticed the timing has been done before, and that seal has been pushed in a little bit too far, which sucks. So, well, we're going to change that anyway. That's the whole reason this job's getting done, is for that seal. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to degrease the fuck out of this, and clean it all up. All the even the water pump that I'm going to change. I'm going to clean that. Just got to watch out for this hole because I think that goes into the engine. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just trying to clean as much as I can. This thing's disgusting. I did the best I can. It's actually silver under there. Hey, you wouldn't have thought. Beautiful. So we have the cam gears. There's a weird kind of thing going on with a pointy thing. So remember I was saying the I is for intake side. Well, if you put the E up, it will go on the top one. Or, just for example, this is on, well, we can put it the wrong way. We can put it in that hole, and guess what? Now the I is up. So that's why they're interchangeable. They can go on either way. But we'll do one at a time. We've got that. Give that a clean. So yeah, cam seal. You can take these two, you can loosen them off, so it'll help you get this seal in and out, or I'm going to leave it for now. Hopefully we can get them out. If you were to take these caps, top caps off, they have to go back on the right side. I'm pretty sure there's an indication for exhaust and intake, but you cannot swap those caps. And we'll try and do the same thing the way we did the rear main seal. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. We're going to try and get a hook in there. If not, I'm going to have to get a screw. It does feel kind of soft. But yeah, let's get this seal out. Got a little hook tool that we're going to try and use. With any type of seal, you want to make sure, sorry about that noise, you want to make sure you do not scratch. Why isn't it not focusing? You do not want to scratch the outside. Wow, these have been done before. Can you see that? There is an indentation right there from someone trying to take it out. You do not want to do that, and I cannot fix that. You do not want to attack the mating surfaces, or else you're fucked. So let's try and get this out. I'm going to try and pierce this. Did get it to pop out. As you can see, she's a little hard, but like so. We have not scratched it. We kind of scratched the back of it there, but that should be okay. I can't feel any sharp edges. That should be okay. But yeah, seal out. I think this is genuine. It's fucking rock hard. I can't even squish it. So they're obviously factory, even though someone's tried to take it out. But I've got to go find my new ones. Alright, so instead of putting that in, I might take this plate off to get them in, because it does sit over a little bit, and I do not want to fuck the new seal. And this has obviously been done before, because look at that. That's disgusting, man. You can definitely see that someone's tried to hack at it and fucking fucked it. Alright, so they're torqued down to spec. We can probably take these off now so they don't spin, but I'll leave them on for now anyway.